Hello and welcome to American Amnesia. I'm Cliff Garner. I'm trying something here with a video camera. I have had it for a long time. I'm supposed to be this genius, and I just don't figure things out. I've had this camera for a long time, and I don't usually take videos with it. Haven't had any cause to, and well, I didn't know if it did sound or not, so I wasn't recording with that. Really not much to do here, except, well, I'll show you some of the things I've been reading lately. I'm part of the way into this, Gilgamesh. I'm reading it for the umpteenth time. I kind of put it off and put it down and stuff. Currently, I'm reading this on the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's written by one of the guys that was involved with the project from the beginning, and his insights are pretty interesting. Geza Vermes, I guess he was a Catholic convert to from Judaism, and he reverted back to Judaism later, but before World War II, his family converted. And, well, it didn't make much difference with the Hungarian government. They turned his parents in, and they died in Auschwitz, I believe. Also, just started this one, which, the sign, I'm not too hot on the writer. He is so hostile to any concept of Christianity that, well, he kind of pollutes what he's doing. But he is an art critic, and he examined the information and things, and he did find the provenience of the shroud, or at least he only claims, to a place called Edessa. Edessa is Urfa, which is in eastern Turkey. I was there last year, and I will be going there again. Urfa is a very interesting place. There's a lot about it that is kind of strange. Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest temple, is there. I have visited that. I will have comments about it in the future. And there are legends that is actually Ur of the Chaldees, and they have a legend there that Nimrod had taken Abraham up to the top of the hill there, or the mountain actually, and told him to worship him, and he refused to do so and was tossed off the side. There's a very strange legend involved with that. I'll deal with that some other time. But very interesting place. Also, Job supposedly is tied to the place, and his well is there, where he washed after he was cleansed of his skin disease. One of the buildings nearby is being worked on. They've just decided to make this noise while I started doing this. I had the muezzin on while I did a kind of a beta test. So this is not the quietest neighborhood as a general rule during the day, but at night it's very quiet. Some of the other things I'm reading, let's see, I'm about a third of the way through this one. The Origins of the Kabbalah, Gershom Scholem, one of the foremost experts on the Kabbalah, although he's dead now. He traces the Kabbalah back to southern France at the time of the Cathars and the Waldensians, whom I find very interesting. I've done a lot of research on them. And down here, I haven't picked this up in a while. I'm still kind of making my way through it. Hell's Cartel, it's about IG Farben. I really kind of know pretty much what's in here, but some of the details have been interesting. What else am I in the midst of reading? Oh, I just finished this one, which is really dealing with Britain and its dealings with radical Islam. The guy did a great job. However, if you start examining some of the other material that's available on this, it becomes clear that, at least at times, certain groups such as Al-Qaeda and all have been actually run by the CIA and the MI5 and MI6, and even possibly French, but we won't go there. Very interesting book, very good, well written, well documented. I do recommend this very highly if you're interested in knowing about terrorism of late. Another one that I am in the midst of reading is this one, Shabtai Tzvi, also Gershom Scholem. This has been a lot of work. Let's see. Which one's my main one? Oh, right here. I'm about, a little bit better than halfway done with it. I do believe that Shabtai Tzvi is actually a link in history that has been very greatly neglected for a number of reasons, but he was a false messiah of Judaism. He emerged to power, or whatever you want to call it, what it came to, by certain Kabbalistic doctrines and interpretations, and that, he's very complex. But he was also here. He was from, he lived in Izmir, which was at the time Smyrna, one of the ancient 7 churches of Revelations, and that he was here in town. And as a matter of fact, the synagogue next door was probably built right around the time that he was around. He was forcibly converted to Islam because the Ottoman Sultan found him to be a threat. But it gets into some really, really strange material. And it could tie in with the Illuminati and many other things. So this is a really, really interesting book. Scholem takes a rather clinical viewpoint of him, and it's really well done. Although I think that there are some things that have come out about Shabtai Tzvi and those who have followed him that really do need to be examined, even though they go into some really strange territory. Another one, I just started this one, Cumans and Tatars. I am very interested in the ethnological movements of people. These are 2 Turkic tribes, or 2 Turkic groups, although there's probably elements of other peoples in them. If you study the tendency of nomadic groups, that you'll find that they tend not to be very ethnically pure. So this is something that I find quite fascinating. This deals with mostly the Balkans and the time of the Byzantines, just right about the time that the Crusaders sacked and took over Istanbul, Constantinople. Another one that I'm working on right now is this one, The Fall of the West. This fellow's name is Adrian Goldworthy. I'm not too familiar with him. I do a lot of study on ancient times. I'm particularly interested in that cusp between the end of the classical era and the rise of Byzantium, and also the medieval era beginning. There's so many mysteries there that I just can't resist going there. I've got a pretty good library here, and some of the recent ones I've finished are these. I finished this whole series, The Hunger Games. If you're looking for good fiction, this is actually quite good, well written, and unlike so many of the writers today, even though you turn the pages very quickly with this book, just like you do with Stephen King, after you finish, you have something left. Her use of symbolism and classical references and allusions and things of this nature. She's done a very good job with it. And I had read that